Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Raine Plays. Today we are at Sultry Spring, and we're still in Skyward Palms. I created some people to move in with the Calientes, but this says it's no longer girls only now that Caliente matriarch Katrina has moved in her mooching boy toy Don. With 3 fiery, attractive ladies in the house, will Don remain faithful, or will he get involved with more than one Caliente woman? So this is what I did. I've never done this before. I didn't think it would work, but it did both times. And then it came to Don Lothario. I didn't want to get rid of him, but I did want him out of the house. So I gave him to the pancakes. They can have them. And that takes care of that. This is the second to last. No, it's not. It's the second build. There's 2 more to go in this neighborhood. The house, it wasn't all that bad. It's just, again, another typical, stereotypical EA build. But the minute I opened the door, I said no. No, not gonna go there. I didn't even bother taking before pictures. I gave you a bird's eye view of the first floor and the second floor. But that was it. It was just so... I knew exactly what I was gonna see before I even went into the house. And I've never been in this house before. But I didn't have to go in there to know. Look, this is the entrance. What does it look like? Besides every other house. See? Dining room, kitchen on one side. Looks like a living room and family room on the other side. With a little bathroom. And then here's the second floor with 1, 2, 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. 2 bathrooms. So, I bulldozed. You're going to notice a difference in this. I could not get my recording software to work yesterday, so I ended up using Sims 4 camera, which obviously records weird and different. And then it just cut out. I think I got 12 minutes, and it just said, okay, well, here's where you can find your video. And I'm like, oh, I'm not done. So I did a ton of fiddling around, and all that happened was that there was an update to my software, and after I did that, I had to sign back in, and then everything was fine after that. It worked. So I used my regular recording software for the rest of the videos. The roof, all right, well, before I even say that, I went online for inspiration, and I wanted to look up Italianate, Greek revival, and then I reluctantly chose Spanish revival. But I saw one house there, and I'm like, that's not half bad. And so that's what I created here. It's a smaller version, because that house, what did it say? It was on like a 5,000 square foot lot, which to me does not sound big. But it said it was on a 5,200 square foot lot, and it had 5 bedrooms and 3 baths. And I had wished that they would have shown a blueprint, because sometimes you can find a blueprint if you go on, to the images, Google Images, and search for houses to get inspiration. Some of them will have a blueprint for you to follow. This one didn't, but I could guess by looking at the pictures what was inside. I believe it was only 1 story as well, was it? No, it was like one of them story and a half type homes. Like half the house, one side of the house was just 1 story, and then the other side went up. I didn't do that here, but I did give them, they have 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms here. I also liked the EA before porch. I thought that was kind of cute, so I went a little, the one a little similar. I've got to finish my sentences. The one that I saw on Google Images, it came out toward the circular driveway, but it didn't have like a front. It just had two walls attached to the house and then a roof over it. I mean, it was cute and everything, and it had the arched sides. I think two tall arched sides on either side. But I didn't want to do that this time because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I did do that in the previous neighborhood with my couple that are not going to get along. I put those open arches on there. So I didn't want to do that this time. But I like what I did. I chose the yellow theme this time too. And don't ask me what possessed me because I have no idea. There was no indication anywhere that yellow would be it. I think I just wanted to do yellow, and I am sorry that EA's choices are pretty horrendous when it comes to that color, but it's one of my favorites, and I do wish they had better choices for that color. They don't. Because the yellow cupboards are not a problem. It's that putrid green countertop that, ugh, it's pretty gross. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, the roof didn't quite turn out the way I had wanted. It's just like that house that I built from my neighborhood. I figured out afterwards what I did wrong. So I want to go in and do something to prove to everybody. See, I figured it out. This is what I should have done. It's the same with this one, but it was too late. I had already finished half of my editing, and it just dawned on me, oh my goodness, now I know what I did wrong. So, but it's not a horrific roof. I don't think so. You know, with the tin and the orange, trying to stick with this Southwest theme here, I didn't have too much of a choice. But the way it turned out, I wasn't unhappy. But I know exactly what I did wrong, so at least I feel better about that. And I know I was just poking fun at EA for doing the kitchen and dining room on one side, living room and family room on the other, and then I did the same thing. But I mean, it is standard for most houses. That's just the way they're built. But what I meant to say was they had the arched doorways. They had the stairway right in your face when you walked in. There was nothing there unless you went into one of those rooms. And then when you go into the rooms, you knew exactly what you were going to see. The cheapest furniture, sparse furnishings. I think they had a grand piano in the back. And that was it. I just didn't need to go there anymore to see. Oh, and the yard. I didn't quite give too many pictures of the yard. I kind of zoomed up a little so that you could see what was in there. But I was very happy with the way that turned out as well. I gave them a little bit of privacy. I gave them a weird shaped pool and a hot tub. And then they have that little patio off the back there to sit outside. But I didn't go nuts with these guys. I think I mentioned in my last video that if I were to build a house for the Sims the way the Sims play out, there would be very little in these homes because they just don't utilize a lot of the stuff unless you tell them to. And I think that was my attitude with this one. I gave them the basics, a TV. There's no music. They each have their own computer and their own bedroom. I didn't go nuts with the plants. You'll also notice that there are no, there are, but not a lot of paintings on the walls. And I know I have done in the past paintings on, you know, every available space. But that was for you guys. Most of the time when I play The Sims 4, one of my characters will be artistic because, again, that's another part of the game that I really like, is having my Sims paint and selling the work and having it go to a critic. You can make good money doing that. So I save wall space for those images. They'll duplicate. They'll paint the same thing, you know, twice. So I always save wall space to put those paintings on there. And I did that this time because one of them is a creative, I think. I can't remember. But I'm just saying that that's one of the reasons why you don't see too much on the walls. I leave it free for them to put their own stuff on. It was a choice. Does anybody else believe that the Calientes are hot? That was the first time I read that, and I'm like, what? Okay, if you say so. I never got that impression. But it felt good getting rid of him, boy. And that is, I mean, if you think about it from a, well, should I say realistic standpoint if this is a game? But that's kind of gross. You're going to move your boy toy in with your sisters on the chance that he's going to start effing around with all of them? That's gross. These are the lot traits. I keep forgetting to do that, so that was just for your benefit. Actually, probably my benefit. So yeah, this is the entryway that I went with. It's open and it's closed. And then this is coming into the house. I will tell you right now that 98% of the rugs are CC, but I have the link down below if you're interested. I don't know why I gave him a fireplace. Did I give the other house a fireplace? Do you need a fireplace in the desert? I was there in April, and it did get kind of cold at night. When the sun goes down, boy, does it get cold because it's so dry. But my aunt did not have a fireplace. Now, my aunt and uncle in California, when I was in Long Beach, they did. Because they had this massive family room. It was kind of sunk in. The walls in the kitchen are CC as well. I chose that flooring. I dared myself to use it. It's so ugly. It is so ugly. But I said, something different, do something different. And I didn't know whether to turn those bricks one way or the other. I kept flipping it, and I said, you know what? Whatever. And that's not a whatever. That's a... Is that a different kind? I don't know. I like the way the bedrooms turned out, but you'll probably notice quick that all of the bathrooms are basically the same, just different colors. But that wasn't because I was being lazy. I thought that would be the way to go. And these ladies are they're using different bathrooms, and they're sleeping in different beds, and they're all over the place. I didn't assign anything. I didn't even play them. And these are all completely EA created. I didn't even retouch them. I didn't change their clothing, nothing. I just clicked on, and the first thing that popped up, I gave them the name and moved forward. But yeah, see, I probably could have put something on that wall over the bed, but I didn't. And I did not forget to change out the lights. I know it's probably ugly and childish to a lot of people, but that is my favorite light in this game, and only because it gives off the best glow. So I kept them there. I wanted to go minimalist on this house because the outside was so extravagant. That was my thinking anyway. I don't know. But see, I think it came out really, really well. And the house on Google was white. And I did not want to do white. So I went with this red brick. Yeah, there's their yard. Shoot, you can't really see what I did. I should have given you a good picture of their garden. Maybe when I do the next house tomorrow, I can kind of sneak in there and get a picture of it for you, because I liked it. I think you guys would like it too. So this is what the neighborhood looks like now, and then I have that massive eyesore tomorrow, and then the empty lot. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.